today's lecture so that I share my screen so that I can teach you easily. I have already written each and everything, and today's topic is certainly going to be very important because from this number of times the questions have been asked. Okay. So now this is the topic of our today's lecture. This is method of teaching in institutions of higher learning. This is offline and online methods. Okay. So why this topic is important? From 2019 July, the syllabus was changed and specifically some of the contents for each subject. These are teaching aptitude, research, and number of other subjects were added. Okay. Raviji, kindly control your cell phone, please. I'm getting troubled. Okay. So the syllabus was changed and a new topic and number of new topics were added. Like in the teaching aptitude, this topic was added and this is very important. Okay. So let me tell. Raviji, kindly do not trouble, please, now. Okay. Then these subjects were added and number of contents were added in each and every subject. And I have experienced that from this topic, one questions was certainly asked in each and every attempt after 2019 July. Okay. So this is very important topic and it provides you the knowledge of some of the online educational platforms like Swayam, and after that there is Swayam Prabha and MOOC. These are very important and number of times the questions have been asked from these topics. Although these topics are extremely large, but we have, as per our experience, collected some data which is very useful for the point of view of examination only. Okay, so you don't need to go much part of these topics. You have to cover only some of the features and contents which we have written in this slide, and I shall teach you completely. And I have already delivered the notes of these parts to regular course batch students. Okay. So this is the reason why this topic is necessary, and this topic cannot be covered in one video lecture. So that's why we have made the part. In first part, we shall cover some of the platforms, and in the second part, we shall cover the remaining platforms. And let me tell you specifically, only 3 platforms of online educations have been written in our syllabus. Otherwise, there are large number of platforms running in India right now. The first one written in the syllabus is Swayam. Okay, the second one is Swayam Prabha, and the last one is MOOC. Okay, I shall tell you about MOOC in this video lecture, and in the upcoming lecture we shall talk about Swayam and Swayam Prabha. So now let me tell you, you must have the knowledge and understanding of online and offline teaching methods. Only if you have the knowledge, only then you can answer some kind of reasoning and assertion type questions, because these kind of questions are asked in the examination in a number of forms. There are 10 subjects in the paper one, and my experience says that from around 8 subjects, the question, at least one question from the reasoning and assertion type is asked. Okay. So from teaching module, this type of question can be asked from this specific topic, method of teaching in institution of higher learning. Okay. So now this, I have written here some features you must have to go through from the features. Okay. Only then you can have the basic knowledge and understanding so that you can differentiate between online and offline. I know this is a very much theoretical portion, and some of you would be thinking that this is very easy to go out. But when the question of assertion and reasoning kind are posted in the examination, then the student gets troubled. Okay. At that time, your knowledge doesn't work. So that's why you have to go some basic features that we have written here, and notes have already been delivered. The first one is, we are going to talk about offline first, and after that I shall tell you about online. online teaching methods. So this is the offline, this is the very first thing. Its feature, the first feature of the online teaching method is there is more interaction between student and teacher. When you study something, you have to make a complete picture of a classroom in your mind. Okay, suppose a teacher is teaching and there are number of benches and students are sitting on the benches. Okay, so there is more interaction in offline teaching form. Okay, then second one is direct interaction. There can be direct interaction. When the teacher is teaching in the classroom, the number of students are limited in comparison with the online education. So that's why each and every student can have the direct interaction with the teacher. They can ask them the question anytime while the teacher is teaching. Then it provides healthy competitive environment to all the students who are sitting on the benches. Someone gets the first rank in the class, this other one gets second, the third one, because they people know each other. So it makes the healthy competitive environment between students. Okay, and the fourth one is it facilitate good classroom communication. The students interact among themselves and they also interact with their teacher as well. Okay, so that's why there becomes a good classroom communication. Then pay equal attention. The teacher can pay the equal attention to each and everyone, because in classroom communication or the offline teaching system where the classes are taught, the number of students are limited. So that's why the teacher can pay equal attention to each and every student. Then it enhances concentration. The students have to listen to their teachers. The teacher have some kind of attitude. They can be strict or they can be of any nature, and the students are willing to listen to their teacher all the time. So that's why it increases the concentration. And the last one is extra curricular activities help in overall development. So this is the reason that in offline teaching, the teacher can provide some other activities to the students as well. And in the online, even if I give you some homework, number of students shall not appear because they are busy in their daily works. Okay, so offline method are the traditional methods which are also known as classroom methods, and these are the main features of offline teaching. So now we move further to the online teaching. It improves efficiency in teaching, I'm telling you. Okay, because when a teacher is standing in the classroom, he can teach as he feels good. Okay, but in the form of online teaching, there are number of different methods. Like I can show you presentation, I can show you my face, then I can be sitting, I can be standing, a number of things can be there. Okay, then accessibility of a time and place. In offline teaching, it's not the feature of teaching, but in case of online, I always schedule my time as 6:30 p.m. and I can put any time. I can put it 5 p.m. or any time. Okay, but in case of offline teaching, you have to go to school and your schedule is always fixed. Then it suits a variety of learning styles. Again, I can show you anything. Okay, I can show you any slide. In any way, I can teach you. I can write on my slides. I can give you verbal lecture. I can show you presentation. I can show you images. Number of learning styles are there, and it contains variety. And there is a flexibility. Number of teaching aids I can use with me. I can use number of things. I can use my PC, my microphone, my writing pad, or anything else. Okay, so it contains the complete flexibility. I can take all my accessories with me anywhere. If I'm taking my this lecture at my home, I can go to my university, to my college as well. And so that's why online teaching is considered to be very flexible. Then a range of options and resources. There are number of resources we can use in case of online teaching. Okay, number of options are available nowadays. Online teaching has become a habit. Okay, number of people have started their websites and their own applications as well, like we people are doing, we have the website of gursu.com where number of people reaches every day. Okay. Then increased flexibility of location, that I have already explained while explaining the flexibility. There is flexibility of location, I can go anywhere and teach you. So now these were the features. Why I taught you this, although this is a very much theoretical portion and you could also go through by your own, but I must teach you this. The reason is, if the question of reasoning and assertion types are asked, I always told you that you have to go through from previous papers. Only then you shall get the knowledge what kind of questions are posted in the examination from different topics. So that's why you have to go through from its features. The reason is specifically in your syllabus, the line has been written, this line, method of teaching in institutions of higher learning. These are offline versus online methods. Okay. So now with this, some of the online platforms have been written specifically in our syllabus that we have to go through. The first one we shall go with MOOCs, because MOOC is the basic of each and every platform running, not in India, but in whole of the world. Okay. So now we shall get the knowledge and information about MOOC. So what is MOOC? MOOC means, while teaching, I shall tell you that what kind of questions can be asked to you. Okay. What kind of questions can be asked while reading each slide, because I have collected only that data which is relevant from the paper point of view. Otherwise, in the MOOC, number of researches have been done. In Swayam, number of researches have done. In Swayam Prabha, number of researches have been done. And a new student can never get to know what can be studied. Okay. So now you can take the benefit of our experience. So MOOC means massive open online course. So the name has suggested you what can MOOC be. So this is the online course. Okay. So whatever the courses are being provided in the form of web or internet with the intervention of government. When I say the government, I am concerned about a specific ministry. This is MHRD. This is known as Ministry of Human Resources and Development. They started this initiative in India. Okay. So they thought that there should be massive open online courses available to each and everyone free of cost for different streams. So this is about MOOC. Okay. So now in the definition, it has been said that the massive open online course is a type of online course targeting large scale participation. There is a large scale participation possible. Okay. I am taking the lecture of around 50 students by now. Okay. I can take the lecture. Number of requests are still pending in our website. I can take the lecture for 100 plus. I can take the lecture of 200%. So this students. So this is the kind of a system nowadays available, and government has taken its proper benefit by initiating some kind of a platform who are offering MOOC. So what is MOOC? MOOC is massive open online course which is targeting large scale participation and open access via internet. Okay. And MOOCs are a relatively recent development in open distance education. So in distance education, these are a relatively recent developments. So in this slide, I have written what's the meaning of MOOC? Massive. Massive means there may be 1 lakh students in a MOOC. Okay, I have given you example of only 50 or 100 or 200. But number of students, more than lakh students can be the part of MOOC system, because this is completely online. You can study by sitting in your home only. Okay. Then this is open. Anyone, anywhere can register for these courses. And where these are registered, let me tell you, these are registered in different platforms available for providing different courses. I'll tell you what platforms are these. Then this is completely online. Okay. Coursework is delivered entirely over the internet. So you can take my teaching way also as a MOOC. Although this is my sole responsibility. This is only from my side, and this is from the Gursar Education Institution, but we are teaching you online. Okay, so coursework, each and everything we delivered over the internet to number of people who have joined our group. I don't know who people are they. Okay, but I am teaching them. So teaching online, you can go to number of students. Okay, the last one is C stands for course. MOOC are very similar to online college courses. Nowadays this is a situation of lockdown, and a number of calls I have received from teachers and the assistant professors of colleges who tell them they are also using the services of Zoom application for teaching their students from home. Okay, so nowadays each and every college, and I think in all over the India, the schools have used going online for teaching their students. So MOOC idea was taken. So in this slide I have written, and this is a very important question. This can be asked: who started it and when it was coined? The term MOOC was coined in 2018 by David Cormier at the University of Prince Edward Island and Brian Alexander of National Institute for Technology in Liberal Education. So this is just a knowledge and information you have to go through. By merely one or two readings would be sufficient, because this question can be asked: who initiated MOOC? When was the idea originated? Okay, in 2018 by this specific person. And after that, these are some of the very important feature. After going through number of theoretical data, we have collected this, and that's why I am teaching only those parts which are necessary from the exam point of view. So in the recent year, the enrollment in MOOC, this is massive open online course, has increased tremendously. Then India, after United States, is dominating the global growth of enrollments. This line is very important. Why? Because they can ask you, after which country the India comes in the dominating role of enrollments. Enrollment in the sense, the enrollment of the students for different online courses for teaching. Okay. After that, seeing the growth of enrollment from the country and satisfy their need of education, India has started various projects for offering MOOC courses. So MOOC in itself is not a platform, it's just a name of courses offered by different platforms. Okay, so now it's saying that India has started various projects for offering MOOC courses. So there are, I have written in this slide in the last line, some of the platforms which are offering the MOOC courses. These are NPTEL, then MOOCit, then IITBX, then SWAYAM. Specifically in our syllabus, only two platforms have been written. This is SWAYAM and SWAYAM Prabha. But I must tell you, at least for basic understanding, you have to go through from at least the meaning of and whatever the service these platforms are providing. So these are the major platforms providing the MOOC courses online in India. So now, after going through this is a very important thing. MOOC has 4 pillars. Okay, in the websites of Ministry of Human Resources and Development, you can get the detailed information about Swayam and Swayam Prabha, but I must tell you, you have to read only those parts which are necessary from the exam point of view. Otherwise, there is a very large data available for these platforms. Only 2 platforms have been asked in our syllabus. So now I must tell you, there are 4 pillars for MOOC. Okay, there are 4 pillars which are known as its quadrants. Its quadrants. So the question can be asked to you: how many quadrants are there for MOOC, and which of the following is not a quadrant of MOOC? So these kind of questions can be asked to you from in the examination. So I have written all the 4 quadrants which are the pillars of MOOC, which can be considered to be the pillars of the MOOC. Specifically, these have been given in a research paper and articles as well. So this is quadrant number 1, that means e-tutorial. with the name of a quadrant, you can also you can also assume that these are the major features or the characteristics of MOOC. So you can consider this as well, but a name specifically quadrant has been written in the initial definition of MOOC. That's why I have written the word quadrant. So you do not have to be worried about this specific word that you don't know what's the meaning of a quadrant. Even if you don't know, you don't have to be worried because that means features of MOOC. Okay. So the first feature is e-tutorial. Everything shall be provided to you electronically. So this is the first feature. It shall contain video, it shall contain audio contents in a very organized form. Then this can contain animation, simulation, video demonstrations, then virtual labs, along with the transcription of the video. Each and everything is provided to you in the platform of Swayam and Swayam Prabha, whoever is offering the MOOC courses in electronic form. Okay. So e-tutorials are the first feature of the MOOC. The second one is e-content. Each and every content, although they are sending you books, they are sending you the PDFs, they are sending you audios, recorded videos, each and every content is delivered electronically. Okay. That means self instructional material, then ebooks, then illustration, then case studies, then presentation, and each and everything like journal papers, ebooks, then historical development. I'm not going to read each and everything because the data has already been delivered to you, and you can very well go through from the notes provided by us. But the thing I wish to tell you is that why I have written in the slide, because I must make you aware that you cannot leave these topics. Okay, because these are very important from exam point of view. So the third quadrant or the feature is assessment. The online assessment is done. Your problems are solved online. You can ask to your teachers the question and queries like you can ask to me. We have given you the facility that you can ask us personally any query, any questions, whatever you are facing during your studies. Okay. So that means it shall contain problems and solutions, which could be in form of MCQs. You can be given the fill in the blanks, the matching questions, long answer questions. Okay, so these and discussion forums also. These kind of things are the third features. Okay, the assessments of students are done by taking their test from these sources. Okay, so this is the third and most important quadrant or the feature of MOOC. The last one is discussion forum. Okay, discussion forum is there. You can raise your doubts and clarify them on a near a real-time basis by course coordinator or his team. Okay, like we have given you the facility that in case of any doubt, you can ask me. You can, 4 numbers we have given. You can ask us or you can ask to my team as well. Okay. So in this way, I have given you information regarding MOOC, although there is a lot of data available on the internet if you make the Google searches for the MOOC and the different platforms. But I think from my experience, it is the important topics I have already covered. Otherwise, if you wish to go through the notes and the data has been delivered to all the regular students account. Okay, so you can go through from that, and still in case of any doubt and problem you are facing, then you can ask us. So in the next slide from onwards, I have written about Swayam and Swayam Prabha because specifically these topics have been written in our syllabus. We have to go through from this. Otherwise, if we go through from all the platforms, I have told you that for basic understanding, you have to study at least for one time at least the definition of different platforms. Otherwise, Swayam and Swayam Prabha would be enough. So in this video, I would restrict to MOOC only. The Swayam and Swayam Prabha shall be discussed in the next lecture. Again, I wish to request you all that in case you are willing to attend or regular lectures for the NET and JRF and SET examination, then the classes are being started from 21st of June. You can simply enroll yourself. You can message us and I shall make you qualify this examination. I'm telling this. Okay, so thank you so much for all for joining me. And with this, I end up my lecture. Still, in case of any query, you can ask me personally. Okay, thank you so much.